guys, this is my first video and it is a Python tutorial, the start of a Python series to help you get familiar with this new fun language, and hopefully you can grow and learn some new things along the way. So before we start, I would just like to ask that you guys consider subscribing. It is free, it helps support me. Plus you'll know when the next video in the series comes out. So with that, let's get started. So I'm using REPL.it. It is very easy to use with everything that I need, and it is right on the web, so no need to install, and it's not slow at all. So feel free to use this, but any software should work for what we're trying to do. So making our first project. So in this tutorial, I was hoping to cover the print statements, the different data types in Python, and different libraries that we can use. Now I'll cover all of this, even if you have no idea what any of these means. Just stick with me, and yeah, we'll cover everything. So I'm gonna name this one Python Tutorial 1. This is a great way in program. It's very important to be organized, so this will help us know what project, and it's important, and if we ever need to look back on it, we know where to come. So the first thing that we should do is a print statement. Now print statements literally will print whatever you want to say into this command module, and that way we're able to do whatever we want. So let's say we want to print, and it's important to remember to use quotation marks. We'll come back to this, but this is a data type, and I'll explain more later, but just for now, remember to use quotation marks. Now you don't need to do any of this right now, this is just an example. So print hello world. So this is often the first line that programmers will use when starting a new language. This is the basis, and it covers the print statement. So there you go. Look at how easy that is. Python is a very simple language. This is why I like it so much. You're able to use simple English to write what you want to say. So now what we can 1 plus 4. So instead of saying print quotation marks, you can say print 1 plus 4. Run that, boom, 5. Because 1 and 4 is a numeric value. It is no longer a string. Strings are words, letters, that kind of thing. And everything can be a string. Though, if you were to say, right now it's printing 5, but if you were to say print in quotation marks 1 plus 4, then it was just going to print 1 plus 4 because that is what you asked it to say. Now, this is where numbers can be very helpful. Now, let's say you want to take input. Alright, so input is where about input we need to know about variables. So variables is a mechanism in all sorts of programming languages, including Python, in which you can store a certain value. And these values can be anywhere from a string to a numeric value, and even multiple numeric values. And by multiple I mean, for example, say sum is our variable. You just do equal to, and you can say 1 plus 4. It doesn't have to just be one thing. It could be an equation, 1 plus 4. It could be a whole sentence. It really could be, and it could be like a function's value. Variables are very flexible. Let's say the age of the person is equal to the input value, and then you can write your string. What? is your age? So now when the user sees this, it'll see what is your age. Now then they can input whatever age that they are. Now what we can say is, using math, we could say age in 5. So what I'm applying here is age in 5 years. So then we can do age, because age is a numeric value, plus 5. Now when we print, we can say you will be, then we have to stop the quotation because this is no longer a numeric value. Then we have to print age in 5. Sorry, 1 second. Then print you will be age in 5 years old in 5 years. So now when we run this, we get what is your age? Now let's say I am 20 years old. Oh, sorry. So I just ran this and I remembered something. So input is only for strings. The input value will only return a string value, though we are asking for a numeric value. So we need to do int, which stands for integer. Integer input, what is your age? And then you have to remember to close your parentheses. All the parentheses should close up with another one in the future. So now when we run this, we'll get what is your age? Say 20 years old. You will be 25 years old in 5 years. So what happened here is, alright, here we can print age in 5. And what we'll see is that it is able to do the math even though age is not technically a number by itself. It's a variable for this value. So we run this. What is your age? 20. It's getting that number and then it's just putting it in the sentence. So yeah, it's very straightforward. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up this video right here. I will be posting again sometime soon, hopefully within the next week. But until then, if you'd like to practice these skills that we learned, you can make a Mad Lib. And for those of you that don't know, it is basically a sentence that you can make up, a fun sentence, and then the user can input verbs, nouns, whatever is necessary for the sentence. And this is a fun way of using what we've learned, for example, variables, input, strings, to make your first project, probably. Once again, please consider subscribing, liking this video. It really helps me out. And you can leave feedback. Please leave feedback and what you like, what you didn't like in the comments, so I can work on that for future videos. Thank you so much for watching.